Hi friends, things are coming, in regular intervals. Maybe, I am a retired person, I don't have anything to do. Maybe my brain is going on creating things. I don't know how it is all happening. Today, I had, some insights into communication. Communication is a very big, very, very important subject. Without communication, you and me cannot exist. And there is a whole lot of tons and tons of, videos, books to do things. And no, I don't know, exercises, games, and my God, mind-boggling. The literature and other material about communication, if you put one by one on the it will go from earth to moon. Oh my God, the nonsense of the highest order. How can you communicate, my dear? Who is there to communicate? How are you communicating? What are you communicating? How do you know that you have communicated the exact message you wanted to communicate? All your education is only communication of rote knowledge. Education is also a very huge business. So, how did this whole thing exist or come to your wiring system? How it came into your sphere of so-called knowledge? How this communication has come? If you really examine, you will see that communication needs at least two persons. If there are no two individuals or two persons, communication is not possible. Now, talking about two is very simple because one communication you are sending through internet and 2 billion people are seeing. That is in your dream world. But if you come down from that dream world and if you really analyze and investigate, you will find that there should be at least two entities. I will not say persons or individuals or anything. There should be 2 points. One point is giving some message, the other point is getting the message. Now, how do you communicate? This one point, how can communicate something to the other point? What are all the requirements? Requirements is, number one is there should be 2 points of reference. It can be two animals, it can be two stars, it can be two individuals, it can be two personalities or whatever. And he will have to communicate something. Now, if there are only these 2 points, there is no communication. See, for communicating, there should be some message. Na? If there is only 2 points, what is that this point will communicate to this point? Maximum this point can say I am a point here. This point, okay, agreed. I am also here. That's not a communication. So you need some subject. Something you will have to communicate. And you never, communicate somebody and tell, you never call somebody over phone and tell, yes, I am here, I am so and so. You never do that. No? Have you ever, have you ever done that? Through internet or phone or mail or message, hi, I am here. That may be for introduction purpose you might have done. That's a different story. Before that, some communication would have taken place. And that fellow would have told you, you go to the WhatsApp and send a hi, then I will. That's a different story. If there is only 2 points, communication is not possible. So, both of these points should have some knowledge. Okay? So, this fellow is having some knowledge, this fellow is also having some knowledge. So, this fellow will say, this morning I took breakfast. Let us say that is the message. He will communicate that to the other. But then there should be a language. Without language, you cannot communicate. Some, it can be anything. It's all symbols or waves or whatever. That has to be there. And this fellow, the fellow who is receiving, should know that language. And what is language? Language is only mutual understanding. This fellow will say, if I say sun, sun is something, you see when you get up in the morning, some light is producing. Moon is something which appears in the night. Everything is knowledge. See, the sun, so many things I told you, all those things, it's part of knowledge. And this fellow should also know that, and he should accept that. So, they have created, a world of words and knowledge. So then he will transmit. All those things created. Sun, moon, light, time. Now, if this fellow doesn't know your language, no communication take place. No, because one German fellow talking from here in German and one English fellow who doesn't know German, no communication will take place. Only some sound will be transmitted. Now, if this fellow is a different species, if this fellow is a human being and this fellow is a fish, no communication is possible. You understand? So, the entire communication is based on language. Language is nothing but symbols. It's a symbol. So, if I say a sound, just one, we are talking in English. So, when I say sound, immediately that sound goes into your ear and it creates the electrochemical thing, it goes to the brain. And if it is already, recorded there, then it will give you a meaning. It is as simple as. Like that, any other word, any other picture. Yesterday I talked about chairs. Without knowledge of the chair in your brain, you cannot identify chair. So this is all, a verbal world made up of words. Actually, what is happening is there are some physical sensations and some electrochemical waves and some wiring and some artificial influence, and you are creating a story. There is no you there. And if there is no you in your body, there cannot be anybody in other bodies also. Again and again, round and round, I will come to that point only. My point is to take you to that place where you have imagined a you. So you have imagined there's somebody inside this body, which is not there actually. And if there is nobody inside in your body, naturally there cannot be anything, somebody in the other body also. Logical. No? All this is story. There is no you, there is no me, there is no video here, there is no YouTube here. So all for the sake of understanding, I am telling all the story. Whatever I told, from my limited knowledge, I am talking. I don't know neuroscience and I don't know brain science or anything. Within that limited knowledge, I am telling you, it's all, physical sensation, something is happening. We don't know what is happening. Nobody knows what is happening. So your mind creates a world. Your mind creates communication. All this is happening because there is a you there inside the body. If there is a you there inside your body, then whatever body you see, you assume that there is somebody there. Then only communication is possible. Otherwise, how can you communicate? So the fact of the matter is that there is no communication taking place here. All your tons and tons of literature and tons of books and what do you call that? Exercises, all are nonsense. There is no communication act taking place here, my dear. For communication to take place, there should be two. Here there is no two. Here there is not even one. My only point is there is no you, there is no me, there is no knowing. The whole problem started with knowledge only, knowing only. When you come to the realm of knowing, again I will recommend you to go to that light and darkness, dream and sleep, waves and sea. If you are at the level of waves, you will not see the bottom of the sea. You will be, you'll be tossed here and there. Whole life will be, huge problem because waves, it comes. But underneath there is a huge silence, a huge, not being or not knowing or nothing happening. Deep sea. If you are in the dream state or waking state, always there is change. If you are in deep sleep, nothing is there. You are totally at peace. Still you are there. Some people deny there is no you. In dream, the dream wala you, the you which is in dream, the you which is there in the light, the dream which is there on surface level of the sea is unreal. But surface level of sea implies a deep sea. The surface level of the dream implies a sleep. Surface level of the light implies darkness. There should be, if there is a change, there should be an unchanging substratum. No? It's simple logic. If there is a change, there should be unchanging substratum. In unchanging substratum, there is no knowledge. You can only infer. You cannot go there. You cannot understand there. There is nobody to understand. There is nothing to understand. So, communication is also a story. Communication happens in duality. There should be two to tangle, as they say, two to tangle, something like that is there. So, communication happens in duality. Duality is a myth, there is no duality. There is absolutely no duality. Duality is only a myth. So, ponder about that, say this is, a new kind of information. Think what is communication, how it's happening. I told some nonsense. Think about that. Okay, bye.